It's the National Memorial for Peace and Justice. It's the NAT.
And this is in Montgomery, Alabama.
This is in Montgomery. Yeah.
One of the most powerful and effective new memorials created in a generation. There's nothing like this in the country.
It's powerful.
You said it's called the Lynching Museum, right?
Well, people think about it like that, because
Slavery.
it's commemorating all the people who died as a result of lynching,
Right.
Throughout the South. There were about 4,000 lynchings, I think, that they quoted saying. Anyway, so the Legacy Museum, the National Memorial for Peace and Justice, is something that I would recommend that everybody go see, particularly young people. Because I left inspired and moved and, more determined than ever to do what I can do, in the name of all these people who died so that I could, like they're always saying, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors. And it's true. It's true. I'm doing this all by myself. I got this. I'm like,
Right,
no,
you're not doing it by yourself.
Plenty of people died, got knocked in the head, so that the doors that are open for us now have been opened. And I'm not saying that we got it by any means made in the shade. There's a lot more to go and a lot more to do. But people paved that way for us to get to this point. So we owe them. That's why I'm so keen on the voting thing. It's like we owe them that respect and dignity for their sacrifice, and then we owe the future, the kids that are going to come down, down the pipe. We owe them as well too.
One of the biggest things is a lot of times the people don't understand what laws is on the books, like what laws is coming about, and so if you understand the background, the foundation, okay, they're going to set these laws in place, and these laws is going to affect these things. I think that would get more people to realize, man, if we don't do something about it, we're not going to be able to do nothing about it later.
Oh no!
But
they're locking it up tight. They're locking it. Their intention is to lock this up tight.
It's like this. It's like when we was younger and they just said save your money, but there was no reason behind it. So, and you was expected to save it, but okay, why should I save the money? So if you don't give an explanation of the consequence or reward for what you're telling someone to do, then they're not going to take it seriously.
Correct.
So when you talk about voting, like when people talk about voting, you should talk about, listen, this law right here is on the board, and these people, they want to pass this law, and when this law happens, this is what's going to happen. It's going to affect this, it's going to affect this, it's going to affect this. What are you going to do about it? You're going to wait?
Well, it's like right now they're holding hearings for Kavanaugh for the Supreme Court to become the next Supreme Court justice. Guess what? If he gets on the Supreme Court, probably will. Women's rights are going to be curtailed. The abortion issue, whether you're for it or against it, I'm personally pro-choice. That's going to be curtailed. We're looking at this there's rumblings of wanting to overturn the 17th Amendment. What does that mean? That means that in the old days, they used to appoint your senators. Now they want to go back to that. Now we vote them in now. Now that's something you want to consider, because
absolutely.
Who's appointing who? For what purpose?
Intention, right?
Yeah. So I'm sorry. You know what? No. Listen. If you can keep up with social media, then you keep up with the Washington Post, the New York Times, and the LA Times. Read as many different kinds of newspapers. I don't want anybody to take it for granted that I know what I'm talking about. Test me.
Do your research.
Test me. You know what I'm saying? I always told my students, so what I just told you, how do you know I'm telling you the truth?
That's true.
Where's the evidence? Like, if you believe me, then you ask me where my evidence is coming from. And I'm telling you that you don't have to believe me. You just have to go out there and do your research, because knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is power.
One of the things that I learned, the most important lesson that I learned from school, I don't know if it's the most important. One of the most important lessons I learned from school is research. Because you have to constantly be in the books to research. It's not really the information that's being taught to you. But you have to do your own research in
Right.
order to dig
Right.
dig a little bit
And
deeper.
here's the other thing that I would say to you is do your research, but then check with 2 and 3 other people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Check with 2 and
absolutely.
3 other sources.
Because they
you know
have
what?
different opinions. Or
Yeah,
different,
because you can be looking at a conservative website and all the conservative resources or sources that they have, and then they are just saying the same thing over and over again, you know, maybe using different words. Same thing with a more progressive forum.
Right.
They could be saying the same thing. So kind of like look back and forth, figure out whether, and check out whether something is true or not, because there's a lot of fake news, quote unquote, out there. You know, it's like there's that Snopes.com place where you could double check to see if it's in Snopes, S-N-O-P-E-S.
Oh, okay.
You know, so then check it to see if it's true. You know,
Right,
people
right.
make stuff up.
Yeah, right.
They just
All the
make
time,
it
right?
up all the time.
That's
So,
right.
you know, you have a responsibility. Guess what? You're not just going to coast through the world and think, oh, I got a job, I have a car, I got my house. I'm like, yeah, and what difference are you making in the world? Because, you know, we didn't come here just to, like,
Have a house and a car.
yeah. It's deep. It's deeper than that. I think it's deeper than that.
I believe it's deeper than that. You know, one of the things that I'm doing is I have a business, a junk removal business, and I've been doing it since 2005. Before that, I had another business, and the reason why I was doing it, because that's in me to do business, but to create jobs and opportunity for young people. And the only reason why, the main reason why that was is so that I can teach and train them and give them direction. And the only reason why I said with the jobs is because if they don't have money or if they don't have opportunity, they're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to me. So if I can create that opportunity and that job for them, and they're close to me, then I can set up a systematic way of teaching and training them in different areas, and they'll listen because now you give somebody hope.
Right.
Like you give something to them. Like you give.
Right. Right.
And then
And that's I think that when people see that, they respond with gratitude and appreciation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then there's that beautiful cycle of you do for me, I do for you.
Right.
You know. But like you said, it's, you know, we're in a world where people value stuff and money more than they value each other. And the fact of the matter is, I can make plenty of money. I can have plenty of stuff in that cycle if I got, you got. You know, and listen, nothing is better than community. Nothing is better than community.
Right.
You know, it's like to know that you're being supported and you know, lifted up because, you know, you are part of something bigger than yourself. That's big. That's
Right.
big.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. I want, you know, like I grew up at a time when we were told you have to give back. You can be successful, you can do your thing, but part of that involves giving back.
Right.
You know, and I think people have forgotten that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not saying everybody because that's not true. You're an example of that.
Right.
But you know, yeah, don't look out just for yourself.
But because when I taught this, like a lot of times people, they think in order to give back, you have to have a lot. You know what I mean? So they like I would talk to business people and marketing people, and they would say to me, "You got this big dream, but sorry, you need to take care of your business and make sure it's profitable." But in my mindset, I was like, okay, if I can teach and train young people and bring them in, they're gonna help me grow the company. So why would I start with when I get money? Like if I don't have it, when am I gonna wait?
The most important thing you can give anybody is time. You know why? Because time is the only thing that we cannot replace. You can buy everything. You can get a new girlfriend. You can get a new boyfriend. You can get a new house, a car. You know, you can get an education. Time is irreplaceable. It's valuable. People understand that you love them and value them because you give them time. All right, and yes, hopefully love and understanding and all that.
Right, that comes with that.
But that's part of the time.
Right.
So if you can spare like 1 or 2 hours a week to help some kid, tutor, whatever, you know what? People don't forget. You know, people don't forget what you do for them, how you gave them. You know, there are people in my life that I only met once, and I've never forgotten them because they said something to me that was invaluable. You know, it just like catapulted me forward in my consciousness. That was, they took some time to talk to me. They didn't
Right.
have to.
Right.
Somebody listened to me and then said, this, and the other. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. It makes a difference. You make a difference. You have no idea how much of a difference, you make. So get out there. Do it. Be part of the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What group